Good evening, citizens. Welcome back to Batman Arkham City. Last time, we kicked around the Penguin, beat up Solomon Grundy, rescued Mr. Freeze from the Penguin's clutches, and we may have slapped around a ninja or two. Well, we may not have. Regardless, we found out that Mr. Freeze's cure is going to require a very rare enzyme that is only really found in somebody who's been exposed to Lazarus pits. And the best person I can think of who has been exposed to some Lazarus pits might be, well, Ra's al Ghul. With that in mind, the overall plan is to track down this radio tracker that we planted on the ninja who broke out of Penguin's museum after she heard us saying Ra's al Ghul's name. That's, you know, there's always time to get a little bit distracted on the way there. It's been a little while since we stopped in on Calendar Man, and it is Thanksgiving, so might as well see what he's got to say, huh? And maybe we'll pick up a few riddles on the way there.
Who knows? Batman came in here and kicked his ass.
No way, man. Two-Face let him. It's a trick. The boss has got a plan.
Was the plan to have Batman kick him around the room and leave him hanging over the acid tank?
Must have been. Look, we just need to sit tight in here. When Two-Face comes back, he'll have a plan and we can take this place back for ourselves.
What's the bat doing here?
Oh. Well. This is the first time we find ourselves back in the courthouse, yeah, since we started the game, actually. That was the challenge map, but that doesn't really count. So as compared to the start of the game, where a lot of the thugs that were inside the courthouse ran away when we stepped down, this time we actually find a lot more of them who are willing to continue the fight.
You should run, Batman.
This is pretty much a completely optional fight. There is nothing that says you have to do this. But I think it's pretty fun. Especially still since there is a Riddler thug here we can interrogate for some locations of some goodies.
I'll kill you.
Something I've done a couple times, but I will be doing again on this fight, on the Riddler thug, is the Ultra Stun. You may remember I did that on the Titan thugs because it's pretty much the most effective way to keep them, well, out of the way for a while, or stun them enough that you can, well, really daze them out. But it's also pretty effective on thugs. It will put them on the ground for an extended period of time. Kind of like using Nightwing's wrist darts or Robin's shield bash. I don't think Catwoman has anything similar, which is, well, no, each character has the Ultra Stun, so they all have something that'll do it. But having it tied to a gadget is really convenient. And that's something Catwoman doesn't get access to.
This can be as easy or as painful as you like.
Don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything.
I knew you would.
There is a riddle we can pick up here where Harvey Dent was holding court. And that'll complete, actually, the Catwoman and Two-Face set of stories. There is another trophy here that I forgot to pick up on my first time through. If you look right above this door frame, it's a little bit tricky. But now that we have unlocked the ability to scan the area for riddles, we can actually scan Calendar Man himself.
29.
You know, I always feel a little lonesome in November. I think that's because even the worst of us enjoy a good old-fashioned family Thanksgiving. I know I did a few years back when I dropped in unannounced on Turkey Day. All those surprised faces around the table. Mom and Dad could hardly believe it. Mind you, I don't know whose mom and dad they were. I was on the run and needed a place to lay low. That family, whoever they were, could certainly cook. Stuffing and gravy and pumpkin pie to die for. Unfortunately, they did. Like I said, always feel lonesome in November.
Keep it classy, Calendar Man. See you in December for Christmas. So with that out of the way, we'll make our way over towards the radio tracker, which we'll actually find over in the steel mill district, or the industrial district, rather. Well, maybe get a little distracted on the way there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some upgrades here just because of something that is coming up. I've been doing pretty good on combat so far, but I want to go ahead and grab a piece of combat armor because of something that will be coming up shortly. I won't spoil it yet, but having the extra health will be useful.
Blackgate. This place is way worse.
I thought there was a trophy here. I was completely wrong. There's one up there in that grate on the ceiling, but only Catwoman can get that one. And this guy's standing all by his lonesome.
Don't even think about lying to me. Riddler, tell me everything.
Okay, don't hurt me! This is all I know!
You've been very educational.
I'm also going to drop into the church because it's been a while since we've been there. The Riddler hostages we've saved, they'll head back to the church after you rescue them. And, you know, might as well check in, make sure everything's going alright for them, make sure the Riddler hasn't recaptured them. And, I've been getting some requests to screw around with helicopters. So, now that we've got the disruptor upgrade, you can disable their guns and you can shoot them with their electrical charge.
I repeat, we have positive on Batman.
It doesn't really do anything except make them angry, and that's when the helicopter's light turns red.
Weapon systems, switching to diagnostic mode.
And when the light's red, they are trying to shoot you, but since their weapons are disabled currently, can't do anything. That being said, they will repair the guns and they will shoot at you, but it's something nice to be able to do.
Thank God it's you, Batman. I knew you could do it.
So we've only saved 2 hostages so far, so not too much as of yet. But we'll put our new toy to use. We got the line launcher from Robin last update, and it works pretty much exactly like it did last game. Very handy. We'll find a riddle over here. Pretty much the same one for Aaron Cash. Once again, he's got a picture of his family, and scanning that, well, yeah. But otherwise, there's not really too much more to do in the church for now, so we'll continue on our merry way. There's another Riddler thug to ask nicely to tell us what he knows. So let's hop over there and see what he's got to tell us.
Look out! Batman's here!
Something I guess I'm a little surprised about is when you're fighting here on the street, there's no music for some reason. I'm not too sure why. It's a little eerie? Well, no, eerie isn't the right word, but it's a little strange. Anyway, I'm already putting our new upgrade to work because I've already gotten hit once. But you'll notice I have a extra add-on to my health bar. Essentially, you've got two upgrade tracks for your health. You have combat armor and ballistic armor. Ballistic armor is useful against bullets, and combat armor is useful for melee combat. Each upgrade adds 25% to its respective upgrade. So you'll have to upgrade the combat armor 4 times in order to get the full effect.
I can hurt you more than you can imagine. Tell me about Riddler.
Riddler? Okay, I don't know much, but I'll talk. Don't hurt me!
I can't guarantee that.
In another way, the Catwoman is getting screwed over as compared to Batman and everyone else. Robin and Nightwing will actually gain health based on Batman's upgrades, but Catwoman only gets 2 health upgrades for each one. I guess as far as challenges go, Catwoman's kinda hard mode. It's never really delineated that way, but it's kinda the truth. This trophy's tricky if you don't have the line launcher, and by tricky I mean impossible. If you touch any of those, any of the red question mark panels, it'll just shut up, it will shut off the, it'll close it back up. We receive a new phone call from the Joker, that will be in at the end of the video, along with another interview tape from the Penguin. I believe that puts us up to number 3 for the Penguin for this video. Meanwhile, there is something new we can grab back here in the political prisoner area. And although I have been ignoring the ringing phone so far, I am going to grab this one. If you move quick, there's actually a pretty long time they'll ring, but now that we've got our disruptor toy, we can deactivate some of these automated guns that Hugo Strange has put around the area. Normally you wouldn't be able to run up to this area without taking some punishment. It's not worth it. But we'll go talk to Mr. Zsasz.
Please! I didn't do anything wrong!
That sounded suspicious. I think the guy maybe he has done something wrong.
There's a phone ringing somewhere. Get ready to run.
I actually get pretty lucky with the phone placement this time. It is actually somewhere I planned on going anyway.
perimeter wall of Arkham City is patrolled by Tiger operatives. Do not approach the wall.
The Iceberg Lounge was crawling with the disgusting flesh of humanity. You could find anything there. If you had the money, of course. At the beginning, I seemed to be winning. The cards all went my way, and I found myself at the owner's table. Some reason I thought I would win, that he would play fair. I looked around the table. I saw the people I was against. Card sharks, thugs, princes, and the disgusting midget who ran the place. One by one, they all lost or folded. The chips were piling up, and it was just him and me.
Seems as though we've done about, maybe 50% of the tracking for Mr. Zsasz's phone calls. You figure 3 or more phones chased down, and 3 or 4 more phones faced down, and we should probably be able to track him down. Nothing so easy quite yet, but, well, everything good comes with time, right? And Mr. Zsasz too, I guess.
I'll kill you, freak!
Last time we were here in the Industrial District, I actually didn't get too much of a chance to, well, do too many things. Mostly because there weren't that many things I could do at the time. There's a lot of things, you know, when you first encounter this area, you don't really have the gadgets to do. But now that we've gotten a few toys...
to make you tell the truth about Riddler?
You don't need to do nothing. I'll talk.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, now that we've gotten a few toys and we've gotten the Riddler's first little challenge out of the way, there's quite a few things we can find here. One of which is not this sign. I'm not sure what I was trying to scan here, and apparently the game isn't too sure either. But, it's not there, so I'll probably find it later.
Please, don't shoot us!
Every time you hear the thugs calling out like that, it's because the helicopters have just briefly hovered over them. You know, I can only imagine it's probably a little bit intimidating to see those helicopters coming at you.
So let's get this straight. Batman saved Freeze from Penguin? Are they working together?
Nah, Batman don't work with Freeze. But he took down Penguin to get Freeze. Wasn't Freeze working for the Joker? I'm sure he was. I think the Icebox was supposed to be making Joker well.
Really? Since when does the Joker need help from anyone?
When he's about to drop dead, I guess. Man, I'm confused. Let's just kill anyone who comes past. Why didn't I think of that? Good plan.
So there's a couple things to find around this area, one of which is the, I believe it's the second of the two Shockwave required puzzles. This one is significantly harder than the last one. Actually, I guess I don't grab that quite yet, but I really think about it. I'll get there eventually. I kind of lose track of where I go in these videos.
My damn smokes. I thought I told you to go get me some. What happened?
The bat's here!
If we break through these wood panels, we can pick up another trophy, because why not? And looks like there's another political prisoner here, so that's convenient. There's also a somewhat tricky Riddler trophy here. This one, you've got 3 different question mark panels to hit, and you have a very limited amount of time to do it. As soon as you step on this, these 2 doors open. That one closes pretty quick, the one on the inside, and the outer one will also slowly start closing. I think you can get a remote batarang through that little slit, but I could be totally wrong. I'm probably wrong. But either way, I get it this time.
Why is everyone so afraid of Penguin? He's just a creepy runt in a bad tuxedo.
There's another trophy here that we can't quite get, and there's 2 reasons for that. One of which is it has more of that hot steam we've run into before, and it also has proximity mines. Proximity mines we currently have nothing to take care of. So we'll just have to come back for this one.
Target in sight.
So, I was mentioning this this other Shockwave,
Could've sworn I just saw a ninja.
word, Shockwave panel. This one actually requires you to get a good grapnel boost on it, and then once you have the grapnel boost, then you have to Shockwave pound on that one all the way over there.
Did you see what he looked like?
It's a little bit hard to aim, but it's also... it feels pretty satisfying once you actually land it. Part of the reason it's hard to aim is that once you're in midair, it's a little tricky to change your direction, but I pull it off.
Prisoners of Arkham City, you have given up your basic human rights because of
And make sure you don't step off of this before you hit that, or else it's going to go off, and that's bad for everybody.
You are responsible for your own survival within this facility.
There are a few more trophies to grab. Nothing quite as bad as that one. There's this trophy right here is actually connected to these 3 panels on on all 3 of these towers. And having the grapnel boost is the only way to get these, just because you have to be able to kind of reset your height each time you hit one. They're all at the same height. There's not a particular one you can hit then glide off of to hit the next ones. So basically the best way to do it is hit the one I'm on now, and you can also do it this way. It doesn't matter which order you hit them in. But hit one, then you have to grapnel boost back into the air to hit the next ones. And if you don't get enough room before you grapnel boost, then, well, you're not going to be able to grapnel boost. I think Batman's mentioned a couple times that you have to have a certain amount of room to pull in order to pull off the grapnel boost. I haven't always gotten it.
If I'm gonna get the crap kicked out of me by someone, I'll pick Catwoman anytime.
There is another riddle I'd like to solve down here, something we passed by earlier, didn't really look at. As Mr. Zsasz going back to his typical thing of, well, posing his victims. You know, because he's really creepy.
Well done, Dark Knight. Well done. You have completed enough of my challenges, so now all you have to do is solve my riddle and save the day. Can you do it? Riddle me this. I have a head, a tail, but never any legs. Do you know what I am? 3 solved? It seems I underestimated your abilities. But before you start to feel superior, you should try and rescue my next hostage. Bring a towel.
I'm actually a little bit surprised this one's actually been marked out for me, because I don't believe you can actually solve that Riddler room. Well, not yet. You need another gadget in order to be able to reach the hostage in that room, so I mean, I could be wrong. It could just require a different use of the gadgets I currently have, but I really think you need another gadget to do it. We'll get there.
You're just seeing things. No way did something get past us and go down there. No way.
It did. I told you, it looked like a ninja. You know, all sneaky and swords and...
Look around you. There are no secret ninja assassins in Arkham City. That would be insane. We'd have seen them.
I saw it. It went down there. Look, you don't need to believe me, but when some freaky-deaky ninja cuts you up one...
We've lost a camera in Sector 4.
Arkham City is an equal opportunities penal.
I wonder if those thugs really know how ninjas work. I mean, it kind of occurs to me that you probably wouldn't be able to see ninjas, right? Therefore, you wouldn't know when they were there. I mean, not to say that they're not, but I thought that was one of the big things about ninjas, is that you don't really see them. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. There's another trophy here. This one is actually not so bad to get. You just have to hit this panel with the remote battering, and that shuts off the electric floor. It seems like each one of these little perimeter rooms for Arkham City usually has a different way or a different thing you have to do in order to get to the trophy inside them. It's never anything particularly strenuous, but the effort's appreciated nonetheless. And if we look right behind us, we'll find a well, the spot where Black Mask previously blew a hole in the wall of Arkham Asylum, or Arkham City. It didn't last for very long, but it's nice to see he's still trying. Anyway, that'll about do it for this time. As always, please stay tuned for some interview tapes, and I'll see you next time when we make our way into the sewers.
I hope you're doing your best here, Bats, because I just had a horrible thought. We could both actually die here tonight. Fortunately, the odds are weighted in my favor, but just imagine how you'll feel if I'm gone. It's not like you're not lonely enough, right? All that brooding is not good for you, you know. Do you have someone to go home to each morning? And I don't mean that kid you drag across the rooftops. I mean someone real, someone you can talk to. I don't think you do. It's sad, isn't it? You do all this for Gotham, and the only person you can rely on is me.
Told you, Strange. No more little questions until you give me what I want.
Take a look, Mr. Cobblepot. Here is a purchase order for the various firearms you require. I must say, you chose an exotic selection.
I only take the best.
A wise strategy.
So what's yours?
Excuse me?
What are you up to? Why would you give me of all people, guns, explosives, all this stuff?
Arkham City is an experiment, Mr. Cobblepot. A new way of thinking. We've separated you from society, so I am more than willing to study the results if you all just decide to kill each other. Besides, your feud with the Joker is intriguing.
I was here first. I bought my museum in the Iceberg Lounge fair and square. It was you and that Mayo who stuck us all together.
Again, you refer to owning things. Quite fascinating. I believe we gave you the opportunity to leave.
And take over my turf. Never.